right, hi everybody. So in today's video, I want to talk about 3 ways that you can try to figure out whether your marriage or your relationship is worth saving. Hi, I'm Sophie Orozco. I am a relationship and marriage coach, and I help people bring back the love and connection in their relationships, even if it feels completely hopeless, and even if their partner isn't currently on board. And so one of the most common questions that I get either in my DM inbox or over on Instagram or just in the world is, how do I know? Like, is this even worth saving? Is it worth putting in any more time and effort into the relationship? Because what I tend to see is that people feel like they have done so much work to try and salvage the relationship. And when I get deeper into a conversation with them, I actually find out for the most part that, yeah, they have been busting a gut, trying to make this relationship work. But the things that they have been doing tend to make the relationship worse and not better. And so when I work with my clients, the things that we start to implement into the relationship will instantly make it better instead of kind of spinning around and doing donuts in the dirt and creating more of a mess without getting anywhere. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into the 3 things that I have my clients look for, or that I help people look for when I connect with them to understand whether it's worth working on your relationship. And before I dive in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. I release at least a video a week to help you in your relationship success. Okay, so the first thing that I look for when it comes to, is the relationship worth saving, is there desire, right? Is there hope for at least one person? Okay. And when I say hope, what I mean is, does one person want the relationship to work? Because if one person wants the relationship to work, then there is some hope that the relationship could be turned around with the right tools and the right skill sets. Again, the work that I do with my clients helps relationships turn around if only one person in the beginning is interested. Because what I tend to see is that when one person knows the right things to do to turn a relationship around, a lot of momentum can start to happen to make the relationship get back on track. And then the other partner usually jumps on board, and then the relationship starts to go forward, right? So the first thing is, does one person want to work on it? If nobody wants to work on it, then there's no point working on it, right? But if one person still wants to work on it, then there is some hope to at least start the ignition to get this car moving again, right? The next thing that I look for is there abuse, right? If there's any kind of physical abuse going on in the relationship, then I usually don't take on those kind of clients. And my preference is to work with people who do not have abuse going on in the relationship. Safety is the most important thing. So if you are suffering from physical violence inside of your relationship, you need to leave the relationship and find some safety. Okay. Emotional abuse is very borderline because people can get mean when they're in a relationship breakdown, right? So it can feel abusive, but the truth is, when relationships are broken down and people don't have the tools, they're in fight, flight, survival mode. So they can be very mean verbally, right? Does that mean that I think that people should stay in emotionally abusive relationships? No, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. But if people are throwing around mean words in the relationship and that pattern has become toxic, there's still going to be hope, in my experience, when people learn how to manage their emotions for that relationship to turn around. Okay, and the third thing that I look for is there love left, right? Is one person still feeling any kind of love in the relationship? Because if the relationship is donezo for both of you, if you're like, neither of us really care about each other anymore, there's no feelings and emotion, then that can be hard to jumpstart as well, right? Because again, one person at least has to have feelings in order to put in the effort, in order to start the car to make the relationship turn around. So there's lots of little factors that I look for when I talk to my clients or prospective clients to understand whether their relationship is salvageable. And if you're interested, I do offer 15 minutes Is My Relationship Salvable calls. You're welcome to go ahead and book using the link below and get a little bit more clarity for you as to whether your relationship is salvageable or not. Sending you so much love and strength during this time of the relationship breakdown that you're in. And I hope that you get some clarity going forward. Again, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Subscribe to my channel where I go into all things relationship and turning around your relationship. Have a wonderful day, you guys.